Hey, you guys. I just thought I would shoot this because I'm just painting away here, working on my sketchbook. And I thought I would just share people ask me a lot, like, what are your favorite tools you use? And I sort of think of them as in two ways, like there's two uses. Some of the tools I use create kind of a mess and spontaneity, and other ones create clarity. And it's the combination of those two that I love so much. So I use pretty basic stuff to create that difference. And I thought I'd just show you a couple of them. And probably you've seen a lot of these, but I don't know, sometimes you've noticed something or learned something looking, seeing how someone's using their materials. I'm using acrylic paint today, and I'm working in this sketchbook. So here, check it out. Okay, so one of the tools I use a lot is I use like a trowel a lot to smooth the paint out. So let me show you. So if I have a blob of paint, there's only so much, like I'm controlling this, trying to control this, and it just always kind of looks like that. But with a trowel, and a trowel is not, you don't scrape it across, you just kind of, you're pressing down and lifting and just sliding it across. So it's just a slight. So look at how beautiful that is. So this provides a way to take the control and, well, it smooths the textures out, but it does this. It does surprising things that I can't control. So a perfect example of a tool that brings kind of, takes something that is trying to be controlled and brings freshness to it. I could never paint this, but this is, I would look at that, it's so beautiful. Another tool I use, if you don't have a trowel, is a credit card. And these are really good for just getting the edges of things. Like if I have and notice I'm using the acrylic paint really thick. And I can just slide it across, but then I have this extra paint on there, and then I can paint with that. I can come in here and come across. See how sharp that is? And then I can come across here and use that edge. Like, isn't that beautiful? Look at that, it's so clean, and it's messy at the same time. This is just a credit card, it's kind of amazing. You don't need to have an expensive trowel to do this. This is a really great tool. I use these two. I use this. This is about $1 you can get these at a paint store. These are just thin paint shields for house painters. They're flexible, and they allow you to make, kind of like the trowel, a really sharp edge. Let's get some paint on here. And it's all about differences, right? Controlling something and letting it go. When I release this to try and do as clean an edge as possible, I head out that way. And I kind of, this has got rough paper, but you can see how clean, relatively, that is. Now, I can still use this. So I'm skimming across this, and now I can skim across, as it's drying, the whole thing and create this beautiful surface. The other tool I use a lot, so this is a painter's guide But there's this one, and these are about $3. This is stiffer, and this this one you can really press down on. I use this one more on my paintings, oil paintings, pressing really hard. Isn't that crazy? You know, when you have clarity, you know, sharpness next to looseness, clean next to dirty, it just gets so interesting. And again, I use this also to just pull, right? Like this is a big tool. This is like a big paintbrush. I know how to come back in with white paint and clean up if I want to take some of this dirtiness or some of this messiness. I know how to clean it up again. I can come back with my painting guide and clean that up. And return it. Look at what's happening just by showcasing these differences. Oh, and I love this where you can just, I know I have one edge that's clean. And then the other tool that I love, love, love is a pencil, because a pencil is so different. It goes anywhere, and you can be spontaneous and loose and dark and light. And I can soften them. I can take some of that out. I can sand some of that back. Control and no control, the combination of those differences is so much fun to work with, and that's how I think of my tools. And of course, left over from kindergarten are the crayons, and those always are fun. Let me know in the comments some of the things you guys use, and I'd love to hear it, because I know this is just these are just the ones. This is like my habit, but I know there's a ton of new stuff that to check out and to experience. So curious to see what you guys have. And for those of you who are new here, check out our Facebook group, our free artists Facebook group. Click on the link below. Some really, really great stuff being done in there. Thanks for being here. Okay. Hey everyone, if you found this helpful, I have a whole lot more to teach, share, and inspire you with every single week. So please join the Art to Life YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Okay, great, let's do this.